we're back.
Hey!
Hey!
Back.
Howdy!
We survived 10-minute break.
Are we sure we want to bring the cat?
It's too late.
It's too fucking
God,
late now.
Too late.
God damn
We
it.
jumped into the abyss together.
Y'all thought I was joking, and y'all gonna regret it. That we didn't punt the cat.
I do not think you were
jumping
joking.
into the abyss.
Game changer.
Yes.
Pardon?
Round 3 players where we all hold hands and jump into the abyss together.
Yeah.
Josh, Zach, Brennan.
Wow. Wow.
We watch way too much that show, but I love it too much, and the Noise Boys always make me so fucking happy.
That's nice. Y'all watched Gastronauts yet? That's
Yes,
Yeah.
the first episode's great. Highly recommend it. Drop out on
We're
TV.
just plugging another
Fucking
stream.
drop out.
Yeah, watch this other streaming tile.
It's
10
10 out of
great.
10. It's way better than us. And
They are professional.
we're pretty good. They're way better.
They have set designers.
Yeah.
They're very good set designers.
Yeah, I've seen the video where they make the sets. It's great. Also, a great thing to watch on Dropout TV.
So this is a D&D stream. Where we
Tangentially
Yes.
related.
Oh my god, yes, welcome back to our D&D stream.
Hey boss,
Yeah.
what corner of hell do we land in?
Oh, what corner of Pearlmire was everybody thinking of?
I was thinking of where Adolin got that patch.
Okay. I think you said you were thinking of the park.
No.
Because you were thinking about
The-
He
happy
gave
memories
lots of
in Pearlmire.
examples.
The park being one of them.
Yeah, because
Which
Lena
one
needed,
does everybody hold in their mind?
I mean, it should be easy for
It should
us
be
to
a snap
unite on
decision.
this because we have a telepathic bond. So
Yeah. I would have been thinking of the mission, which is get back to, I think, Garrin in the first instance.
Well, it's
Yeah,
just the
we're
same
trying to
building,
get back
At the
thankfully.
main,
Yeah.
at the main temple.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
both of us the main temple then.
yeah.
Are you thinking about those fuckers also at the main temple?
The
Oh, those
room
wizards.
where we all were sleeping.
Okay.
That one.
Those bastard wizards. Can we just like appear right on top of them?
Right. Fuck you guys. Here's the
What did
instruments
you
of light.
fall out with them about again? Was it the cop?
No, they were just a bit rude.
They were really fucking rude to you.
We
'cause
were asking for help, but we also kind of like made ourselves guilty of several things in their eyes, and then they were ready to
They were
take us
trying to
down.
vaguely arrest you,
Yeah, they
and
wanted
you
to
just sort
arrest
of went,
us.
fuck you,
We were like,
and wandered
no, we
off.
just left.
And they decided to deal with their major problem rather than trying
Yeah.
to deal with
Yeah.
you.
Hypothetically, had we committed these crimes and wound up in this situation, what would happen?
And
Yeah,
they
so-
just stop
exactly
working
right, yeah.
and look at you.
I think one of them was asleep.
Oh yeah, there's three of
And
them.
he was the
One
worst
of them was
them
asleep.
all.
Because these are wizards and scholars, are they effectively just the guys from the IT crowd?
They are essentially doing the admin for the Knights of Ash because
Oh.
the Knights of Ash don't really employ wizards.
They're the arcane nerds.
They
Were those not
kind
the
of-
clerics?
No, they were wizards.
Oh, I was making a joke.
Oh no.
The admin's done by the clerics.
Clerks.
Clerks.
Oh right, okay, sorry.
I think that joke was also made at Dust Helm and
Yeah.
also not appreciated.
Yeah.
I'm not good with puns.
It's a nice etymology
That's why
joke.
you
I
don't give
appreciate it.
inspiration for
No.
them. You're just like, I don't get it.
It's either got to be really blunt and on the nose so I get it, so you make them too often, or they're really complicated and I don't notice them because I'm not good with puns. On the other hand, you can say as many jokes to me as you like, and I'll forget them, and it's great because you can tell the same joke every month.
Perfect.
You only did like a month-long bank.
It's easy to keep her entertained.
Anywho, where do we
Where do
end
we
up?
go?
Where we go?
Okay, so we're all thinking.
Where's
of...
everyone else thinking of? Because we've got a little thinking
Yeah.
like, where
Oh.
is Cat thinking of?
Ooh.
Cats
Cat's
are
not
long.
in the
Cat's not in the bond.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
Never mind.
shit.
So you don't fucking know.
Cat
See
can
if
really
Cat
fuck
fucks
this up
this
for
for
us.
us. Yeah. How many times will we say the exact same thing? The exact same sentence? In this form.
Okay, so Lena is technically the one controlling the teleport, so I'm going to have her roll a teleportation roll.
Are we
Oh,
all
God.
helping?
Yes, in that you're all providing her information on where she is going because she doesn't actually know where she's going. She's
Okay.
never been
Yeah.
there.
So advantage?
It doesn't work like that.
7 people are helping her.
Could you bump her with an extra like re-inspiration or something, do you think?
Do we think
I don't need to do
inspiration-
fly
It's
anymore. I
not
could
that
do
kind of roll.
bless or guidance or something.
It's not that kind of
Alright.
roll.
I don't. So bless and guidance aren't gonna work.
Okay, fair enough.
I do believe it is a D100 roll.
Does she have a DM inspiration?
Can I give her mine?
If she fucks it, yeah.
Okay.
Is this the teleportation mishap table?
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, essentially. So essentially, I am bumping her
What's the
up, down. The teleportation thing is because she's not familiar with where she's going, so she's significantly more likely to fuck it than like any of the rest of you. However, all of you are giving her enough information that she is becoming familiar with it, and you're sort of feeding into the spell to sort of negate that unfamiliarity. So
One of us should have done this.
I'm giving you a significant
It
advantage.
made much sense for her to do so.
No, it's the teleport spell.
Yeah.
Well, if we knew that this was going to happen.
You probably would be significantly more informed about your situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
we
think
were.
we did the best that we could with the
Yeah.
information that we had. For sure.
You're right. You're absolutely right. That is the way to look at it.
Yeah. I can think of a lot of what ifs and like, oh, we should have, strategized this, that, and the next thing.
Yeah.
But like, we got this done fucking quick. We got this done in less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, that's
14 rounds.
really good.
You did this in 14 rounds.
That's like really, really good.
Minute and a half.
Especially considering Prince Ali was there for 6 months. Like, that must be devastating to to be like, what do you mean I just needed more people? I could have gone looking for more people.
Well, technically, you didn't know there were more people out there.
I see.
So she would have usually have been on viewed once or described in terms of teleportation. I'm going to go with seen casually.
That sounds
God.
right.
So she needs a 54 or higher.
Okay.
Oh, or higher.
Okay.
I'm so used to 100s
Oh,
wanting to
sorry,
be low.
Yeah, it's 54 or higher. It's 54 to 00.
Okay.
Which is
What an
odd.
odd way to write it.
I know.
That's
I don't like that.
Yeah.
advantage.
That's not enough.
Okay. You spending inspo?
You really spend the
Yeah,
interest?
absolutely.
Oh, wow.
That is just enough.
What did she get?
She got a 59.
Woo!
Wow. Good for
What
her.
did she get the first
Saved us.
45.
Oh, that's very clever.
I'm so glad I owned up to my fuck up earlier.
You saved us from 3d10 each damage.
I mean, we don't know where we're landing. I'm going to take what we can get.
Yeah, the first one would have been off target. So you still would have been roughly in the right place, but like off target.
If it was outside of Pearlmire, just like right at the front gates, and all the demons just turned around to be like,
Hi.
They're like battering down the gate, you appear behind them and go,
with their 2 massive artifacts, and they're like,
Ooh,
we're going to
nice.
put Pearlmire on hold.
no. Okay, so there is a blinding flash of light.
Oof.
As you're all like sucked into this circle, and little as the circle like whizzes up behind you, and then this deafening like thunderclap for you all, and you're like blinking from light, and you look round, and you are definitely back in the main temple.
Oh, hell yeah.
In
Nice.
Pearlmire. Like,
well,
however,
high
there are knights springing into action all around you, like drawing blades and things like that, as you have just landed in the middle of the main temple at Pearlmire. And knights just drawing swords, grabbing shields from where they like sat next to them, and start like, ah!
Easy.
Trying-
Easy, man. It's us.
Alright.
Okay, can you roll me a persuasion check? I'm gonna give you disadvantage of this.
I said alright.
I
Is that
cast
a help
guidance.
action?
That is not a help action.
Can I cast guidance?
No, this is a reactionary thing.
Alright.
What did you say? Persuasion.
Persuasion.
You got
please.
this. You
With
totally
disadvantage.
got this. You totally got this.
And a
You
minus
rolled
1.
A nat 20
We
and a nat
absolutely
19.
called Ursula and said we were coming.
But he didn't
You
respond.
do have the telepathic bond up, yes?
Yes.
Does anybody have
Yes.
proficiency in persuasion?
Do you?
Oh, yay!
Almost
Right.
definitely.
Okay.
Let me double check.
Which
Flat
would
roll.
knock it down to a
It-
flat roll.
To a
It
flat
will be
roll.
the nat 19, I'm sorry. It won't be
Persuasion,
the nat
yes.
20.
I
Okay.
wish I was rolling this.
Somebody spoke first!
It's all good.
I'm wearing them.
He's gonna do great.
I'm wearing
Yeah.
different clothes the last time you
He's
saw
gonna
me.
do wonderful.
You took off your
You're wearing
thrash
Garrin's
stuff.
armor.
That one for 0.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it was nice knowing
So
you all.
funny. That's so funny.
Adolin,
You know what? This is fun.
charisma.
This is perfect.
So that's what I told him, 0.
We triumphantly return only to be killed.
I get fucking just riddled with crossbow bolts.
The guy that picked up his longsword and shield is continuing running towards you
Yeah.
and is going to try and smash you in the face with his shield.
Cool.
Okay, that's a natural 18.
I'm going
on
to
the
use
die.
my Ilmater thing to give 2 extra AC to you. I don't know if that'll help.
That takes it to 20, and all reaction, protective wings, to push it to 25.
25 will be enough to offset this guy's attack, yeah.
Nice.
Whoa!
Okay.
Do I recognise this guy? Do I know his name?
No.
Okay.
Is
No.
there anyone we recognise?
Not in the immediate vicinity. You've sort of landed in like the middle bit, as it were. So like
Yeah.
the sleeping bits were off to one side.
Is this like the main room we've landed in?
It's sort of like the central point where the 3 spires met.
Okay, so it's,
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything?
Please, for the love of God, talk them down.
say anything?
What do you say?
Hey, we told Ursula and Garrin we were coming back from our mission. You're not meant to be attacking us. Please.
Okay, you can roll me a persuasion check at
You get
disadvantage.
advantage as well from me, so it
Okay,
cancels out.
Oh,
cool.
thank God.
Can I telepathically tell Lena
Uh.
to raise the patch and tell them we are allies of the Knights?
32.
32!
Hell
I
yeah.
have plus 15. I was like, I should be speaking.
That's better. Yeah. They look at you and you're like, hang on, the clerics have a real beef.
Wait, we have a wanted poster for you!
Probably.
Don't kill them. We need to put them under arrest.
And so there's one knight that's just like shunted like Adolin, like the wings and everything have come up to like protect you. It still shunts you back with a lot of force, and he's starting to go with his sword. And you hear like one of them. It's obviously got like some like officers banding on his shoulders and stuff like that. Holds up a hand and goes, "Wait!"
Thank you.
and you see the others that are like starting to bring crossbows round and stuff like that. Lena has ducked in the centre
The
of you
only
all.
smart person here.
She's on a horse, but she's
Yeah.
ducking.
You can see like Clifford's like run towards Adolin to help and stuff like that. Cat has vanished.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
The cat didn't come with us. Let's just pretend in our mind.
I like that we put our hands up, but I'm still very much holding a trident.
You're like,
And unarmed-ish.
Unarmed. I can't put this down. Do not ask me.
I refuse.
And you can see the captain saying, we're like very much focused on you. Like the guy that has just smashed you he's got his
Yeah.
sword. It
Even
is
if
like
you don't-
here. He is not back down, as it were. He was like, Garrin,
Yes.
you work for Garrin.
Yes.
Wait here. You move.
I don't think we're going anywhere.
They attack. Cool. And he'd turn around and he'd walk
Even
off
if
into
they
the
don't
officer's
recognise
bit.
us, you'd think someone would recognise the giant trident.
Not necessarily.
It's a very common weapon in the Knight's Bash.
I don't think everybody
No,
knows like
but
the
They are
legacy behind this one
technically in a
particular.
crisis.
Yeah.
Fair
It's
enough.
not high up the priority list, I'm afraid.
Can I like smile a wee bit at the guy who's almost killed my friend and be like, do you mind putting that down just for just now?
He does not look at you. He is utterly focused on Adolin.
I like edge into his eye line, still smiling. I'm like, you gonna close?
Does not break out. He is staring Adolin down.
I'm like cross-eyed looking at the point of the sword.
At what point do you faint?
We just get real goofy about it.
We're ready to catch you.
And actually, when he's in mortal peril, he's pretty chill.
Yeah.
He just goes cross-eyed.
Social
Might say-
situations.
Yeah,
That's
one might say this is
stressful.
That's
your
stressful.
natural habit.
Yeah.
Yeah, habitat.
Okay,
Mhm.
so it takes about 5 minutes, but in that time, you see, like Lena slowly stands back up again, like brushes herself down a bit.
What did Alan Garthis do? She ducked. Did he?
He drew his sword and
okay.
sort of positioned himself to the sort of
Aww.
because essentially he would have spun round to look at whatever was behind him because he was kind of in a circle
Yeah.
facing out at this point at the guards that were sort of advancing from the back, and he and Belinda would have sort of moved to protect Lena in the middle.
We've joked about this a lot, but who actually has the sending stone? I think it was me. I just wasn't sure.
I believe you officially carry it.
Yeah.
And
last
occasionally
time I
pass
think
it
it was
around.
you that
I think
tried
I
to
used it last, but I
don't know if you still have it.
I don't
or...
have it in my inventory, so I
Okay.
think you
You have to
mechanically
keep it.
have it.
I'm gonna real quick just kind of mumble a little kind of like, hello.
Where on your person do you think that is? Is that in an easy
A
spring
pocket?
load in the pocket, or
my
is this like a
pocket
ruffle?
for sure.
She's going for a weapon.
My pocket for sure, and I think that the reason I put my hand in there initially is to hide my stinger, because I'm like,
Oh, yeah, you
that
still have, like,
that
a-
looks really aggro, so I kind of like put that away, and then I'm like, oh, I just gonna
I
real
have a
quick.
sending stone.
Yeah.
When your hand is a stinger, is it a hand?
It's,
No, it comes out
it
the
comes
wrist.
out
It's
of my hand. It's
Even
not...
worse than her hand
You
turning
can
into a
grab
sticker.
things and sting?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
horrific.
it's like-
I love it.
Like that.
Yeah, and I just go like this to people.
Okay. I don't like it, but...
Yeah.
I'm going to just really real quick mumble to like our show in the hopes that it was planar interference that was fucking our communication up last time, and be
Okay.
like, hello, we've landed safely. Just
Please let us know you're stoned.
yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Just a quick little mumble.
Okay. Okay, so you've messaged Urso on the sending stone. Okay. Like 10 seconds later, you get a reply from Urso that says, "Thank goodness, where are you?"
Can I say specific? I might actually actively say to the guy who I'm still trying to get into the island enough to be like, where exactly is this? Like,
We've been here.
which room is this that we're in?
You're in the
Central
main
hall.
temple atrium.
Yeah, so I kind of like, is this the
Is this the main temple atrium?
Doing the sending stone,
Because
but
I
at
know
the
that you
David.
have to say it out loud, don't you? You
Yeah.
can't do it mentally, so
Yeah.
I just make it part of that.
The guy does look at you for a second, look confused, and then focus back on Adolin.
It also solidifies that we've been here before.
And you'd hear Urso say, "Oh, right, great, I'm on my way."
That huge bit of chaos that you heard, unsurprisingly, it's us.
And like 2 to 3 minutes later, I think like you get a convergence from both sides in terms of that captain with a walk back, and you can see that with him is Garrin,
Lovely.
as well as
You're going to say an evil man's name, aren't you?
I am going to say
Emo man.
William Matthews
Oh,
is with him as well.
He's high up.
Yeah.
Such a regular human name, isn't it?
Well, he is human.
Oh, is he the one in the band?
that's right.
The not quite Dave Matthews band.
I forgot about the Will Matthews.
William Matthews and his brother Dave.
Oh my god.
Oh, Ursho, Garrin, I'd wave, but I don't want to be shot.
And you see, like, Ursha would be coming from, like, the sleeping quarters. So Garrin and William were coming from the, like...
Did he not reply to us because he was asleep, that bastard?
the officers, like, the command area, and, like, Ursha was coming from the bit that you were sleeping in, essentially. And he would, like, see you all, like, you would see Ursha, like, see you all, like, with, like, swords to your throats, people got crossbow,
How
like...
long's it
yeah,
been?
and he-
3-4 days?
He starts to talk, and then stops when he sees Garrin, and is just like...
Yeah.
I'm wondering, how did Ursho beat me here?
We forgot to change.
And you'd see, like, Garrin and William would walk up, and can I get... Oh, I'll go with people's passives, actually.
Okay.
Please passive perceptions, please.
19.
19.
Perception 16.
16.
It's always fun to use.
13.
13. Okay, I think with that, Polly and Kai, you would notice that as Garrin approaches, like, his eyes definitely flick to Lena.
Oh,
And there's, like, a
I
little
forgot about that too.
Falter in his step, but then he keeps moving.
Oh
He's, like,
my
half a step
God.
behind William. Like, in, like, deference, because William is, like,
Can I
the high
say
observer.
that? Can I just like I want to see if there's like a little flush on his cheeks, or if there's
I mean,
like
I'm giving you a
little
lot of
flicker there.
information with perception check. You can do what you like
Yeah,
with
so-
that.
What's your passive insight?
I think it's a 16.
Wow, Garrin might not notice I'm wearing his old armor.
He's
He might be so distracted.
too busy. Oh, my passive insight is also 19.
Okay. I mean, his eyes flick to her and he falters in his step.
Just want to know if it gets a little bit like,
Did he blush?
yeah.
No.
Okay.
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 He's got a good poker face, this guy.
Yeah.
He is a spy.
True.
You think?
Some stuff going on there.
Don't know what he knows.
You see, like, William would stop, like, just outside the circle of guards and, like, be looking at you all as you're all, like,
Howdy.
with, like, a Pegasus in the middle of you
Yeah,
all.
Oh yeah, we have,
as
we have
well.
so
New
many
addition.
more people
Yeah.
than when we left.
3, 4. 4 more people.
Oh, Varro's a Knight of Ash as well, isn't he?
Oh,
He
shit,
is
that's
not
true.
wearing his Knight of Ash armour.
He's
Yeah.
not wearing the armor, but
No.
Technically,
He
he
is-
is a known body.
Technically, yes.
yeah.
He just doesn't have any like markings on him at the moment
Yeah.
or anything like that. In the same way that you don't really, you've just got the patch that Lena's holding, which she now is like holding up.
Yeah. Because Varro, the collector would have put him in something else, I
Yeah.
imagine.
Yes.
I'm now wearing Garrin, so none of us are recognisably.
No, not
Right.
massively to anybody that would physically know you.
Yeah.
You'd see William would stop outside of the circle and be like, "Good evening."
Evening?
Apologies for the manner of our entrance, High
We
Observer.
tried to call ahead, but you know, interdimensional communication.
He's a little turkey sometimes.
Excuse me.
What's Garrin's title again?
Garrin is.
He's like Lightkeeper?
His name is Garrin Lightbringer,
Yes.
and he is the head of the Light Ravens.
Okay.
Still on the nose.
I mean, is there a more formal way to address him than just Garrin?
If you wanted to be like super formal, you would address him as the Lightbringer.
I'll just call him Sir. We've returned from... I'll turn to Garrin and just formally say, we've returned from our mission, sir.
He would look at you, look at the armor, look back up at you, and then like
Big-
lean into like whisper
big
something
gulp.
into William's ear. And like you'd see William would like nod along to him and say, "At ease, at ease." And they'll
Good.
like snap back and like start to like sheath blades and things like that.
I should put my bees back in their bag.
Maybe give it a stinger.
Fake.
I did forget about that.
Just sort of buzzing around you, and everyone's looking at you, and be like, "I really don't want to fight that."
That like 2-minute wait for the high ups to arrive. There's just this low
Everyone.
hum.
Okay.
God. Garrin's just like, "Let's debrief in one of the rooms."
Yep.
And he'd nod.
Yes.
And start like he and William would start like leading the way into one of like the admin bits. And you'd see the captain that called you up would like essentially be gathering up you up behind them.
Does Ursula look like he's coming too?
He's like trotting along behind you all, but like behind the captain as well. It's quite clear that the captain like keeps him back a little bit.
And we're bringing Algarthus
He's
and Lena,
taking
Yeah.
All of us.
Everybody.
All of us.
everybody.
all interdimensional people and magical creatures.
Yeah, like Belinda's like tucked her wings in and is attempting to be smaller.
Just a quick
Yep.
head count. There's also some sort of demonic cat that hitched a ride with
Don't
us.
say demonic! Oh my god!
I think it's relevant that the cat's demonic. It was with us 5 seconds ago, has vanished.
Please keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out for that.
Brought a
It
demon?
wasn't.
We
And
didn't
lost
bring
it?
it jumped onto one of us.
It was. We're.
But yeah, if you see a cat with wings,
It goes by cat.
yeah,
right.
just, yeah. It's about.
Adolin's face is in
They-
his hands at the moment.
You see Ursula
Four
sees
warriors,
that and
four
like
armed.
starts looking around and be like, "I'm gonna go have a look."
Forewarned is forearmed.
That's
I'm not letting him
We
be a
should
secret
have punted
spy.
the cat.
But you didn't.
I was like,
But yes, you see that Ursula would like turn around and he is like actively searching for a demonic cat now.
Oh, we're back here. Our magic is gonna go weird again. I forgot. Worth remembering.
Magic.
I'm sorry. I know it's a
Sorry,
so small.
sorry.
Oh.
Hey, listen, you go a wee bit.
Oh yeah, I got the ring.
Yeah, you got proposed to. A lot's happened.
So you get led into what is essentially like a conference room. Essentially, the table is long gone though. It's quite obviously been like smashed and removed from this room. So what is essentially just a very barren room. All the chairs have been removed, kind of thing. And you'd see like the captain would usher you all in, but close the door and stay outside.
Is the High Observer in here with us?
Yes, you have William and Garrin
Okay.
behind you.
Mind what we say in front of the High Observer.
For sure, absolutely.
I don't think his name was on our
Okay.
list. The High Observer, William Matthews.
Oh, right, yeah.
The guy in the band.
He is the
Yes,
High
yes,
Observer
yes.
and the
Yeah.
essentially the leader of the
His
Night's
name
Bash.
hasn't appeared on any list, but we do know
Mhm.
that obviously he oversees people whose names are on the list, and we
Mhm.
don't want that
Yeah.
information getting back to them.
Mhm.
And you'd see like Garrin, like very hesitantly comes in and stands in behind William as that sort of like his lieutenant, like second in command, and lets William lead the meeting, as it were.
Yeah.
He is like actively looking at the floor though.
There's too many awkward places to look in this room.
But you'd see like William Matthews would like rub his hands together a little bit and say, "Right, does somebody want to start explaining to me why a large group of interesting folk just teleported into the centre of my
We're here
My
to
temple?
provide aid.
and B, how?"
So we're freelancers. I think we technically work for Urshel, but because Urshel works for Garrin, we also work for Garrin. The three of us and the dog, Clifford, went after Arva Light Wielder, because she's the one. This was an official mission we were sent on. Don't know.
No, they didn't know about.
You see Garrin goes a little whiter and looks at you all.
She was trapped on.
Yeah, because she was trapped in a pocket dimension.
No.
And
Stop
then
talking about
I went
Arva.
through-
Oh my
I moved
god.
on already. I moved on already. Went through a portal to the Feywilds, and then there was a teleportation circle to get back.
To sum up, just really quick, because I saw your eyes light up in a little things. Do you recall?
William, right?
Yes. Do you recall the difficulties you had with a group of people who were stranded in a area of the town that was cut off almost
Oh
by?
yeah, we started with that.
Oh my god, he doesn't need to know any of this. Over the bond.
we were sent there to deal with some monsters that were kind of like stopping people from crossing the bridge. Do you remember that?
How long ago was that actually?
For us, it was 4 days,
Cleared
but I don't
the
know
Bridge of
how
the
long.
Devils.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
We
Now,
did.
before we proceed, did they get out okay?
Oh yeah.
Most
Oh good.
How long
Wow.
ago was this?
2 weeks ago.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay, we've been alright.
We've been gone for 4 days.
So, as part of clearing that, when we went to inform people that the bridge was cleared and it was safe to proceed, we went and found like a spot where everybody was hunkered down. Arva was supposed to be there. When we went to find her, we ended up, like Kite says, ending up in a pocket dimension. And as a result, we got shunted essentially to the Feywild rather than being able to come back. And it seems that we have been away for several weeks. But in fact, for us, it's only been 4 days.
Yes. Along the way, we met these fine folk who,
And-
for various reasons, also wanted to leave, and they've come with us.
Most people wanted to go to the material
Yeah,
plane,
that's
but
our end goal.
understandably we couldn't get there. We needed to come back here again to assist you in getting back the material plane, ideally, but we'll see how that goes.
Would you like introductions, or is this not the time?
What's happened in the past couple of
Yeah,
weeks?
what's-
So Garrin
What
gave
have
us
we
a
missed?
mission to try and return the city to the material plane. I'm
That's
not sure
we're
if you are
working on.
familiar with
That's
the
the
nature of
goal.
it.
He would raise an eyebrow and swing round to Garrin, and Garrin, I did ask them to investigate an avenue that I thought might be fruitful.
It's
And
still
you'd see like
too
William would
early
be
to tell.
scowling at him.
We have everything we were sent for.
We hope.
Garrin's eyes would snap back to you.
The city was moved here back to William. The city was transferred here initially by the use of an artifact known as the Cup of the Cosmos, an artifact of Mistra.
Are we okay to
Right.
share all?
I mean, we need something.
I'd rather talk about
I'm
this than
so-
about the cult.
Yes, okay, that's fine. I'm just every so often checking in on telepathic bonds and
Yeah.
be like, we comfy with this, we good?
This bit, yes, because we can't really hide the trident, the cup, and the sword. But
I mean, the cup is fine. The cup is
okay.
tucked away. The
Yeah.
trident and the sword, I can see.
They're
They
a
are
little
hard.
flashy,
They
but
are.
yeah,
Yeah.
it depends on whether somebody knows what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cup, which was used to transport the city here, could also have been used to transport it back.
Is the hope.
Is the hope. There are legends around a related set of items, which combined could shift the city altogether, and that is what we were in search of. That is what we have returned with.
And you think this might be a way to return Pearlmire to the material plane?
It
We believe
certainly
so.
It's
what
how
got
it
us
got
here.
here, so
And I believe we have some writings on the rituals
Yeah.
involved.
That being
yes, we
said,
have some journals on
that
how
being
it
said,
works.
there is still a lot in our way for this to become effective,
They need to be recharged.
which requires a lot of magic or magic items that would be utterly consumed.
Yes. So the magic item would be destroyed, or the person that gave up their magic would never get it back.
Which is why we hope these other items might contribute towards that.
It's a big ask, and the next obstacle that we're looking to.
Right.
I'm going to say
My
telepathically.
next, and
Go
my
on.
question that I believe you have not answered yet is how you were able to teleport into the temple.
Oh, that
Teleportation circle.
yeah. It
There
was,
were these 8 braziers, and
Oh.
we lit them all, and then that made the circle glow, and then we just stepped in it and thought about where we wanted to go.
and that was here.
And now we're here.
We could have gone back to the material plane, but we figure you guys
This would be
need
better.
more help than we just going fucking off and having guys with others.
Are there some sort of wards on the building that we're not meant to be able to teleport
Is that
in?
the issue?
You are currently on hallowed ground. You
Oh.
cannot teleport into hallowed ground.
Are you
Interesting.
sure?
And he'd yell out for the captain, and you'd see the door would open behind you, the captain would step in, and you'd say, I would like to speak to the highest member of cleric that is awake, please.
Is it the building or the ground that the building is on that's hallowed? Because there's a solid argument that we're not on that ground
Maybe that
anymore.
got taken.
Both.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
It was our impression that despite the fact that we have been moved to hell, this is still hallowed ground.
Well, we're pretty hallowed people, so maybe they took an exception. They being the gods. I'm saying that sincerely. It sounds like a brag,
Yeah.
but like,
Mm.
kind of, it's true.
You'd see William would steeple his hands to his face like that, and you see he's deep in thought. And you see Garrin he's obviously puzzling through it himself.
Mm-hmm.
Whilst this is hallowed ground, we're not technically on the material plane anymore, despite the fact that we've taken a chunk of material plane with us.
Mm-hmm.
If we are within another creature's domain, it stands to reason that that creature controls plane shifting and teleportation within.
Do you think
What is
Glacia
cat?
let us in?
Or cat, or
Oh.
maybe if they're
Or
both.
the cat? We've not seen them both in the same place at
I
the
have-
same time.
I've been saying,
Maybe
thank
she is
you.
the cat.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd see
It would be an
they'd be
archdevil of some sort,
thinking,
surely.
yes. I am not well versed on the politics of Avernus. Not enough to know whose domain we currently sit within.
Glacia could hear our mental conversation
That's true.
before.
Yes.
I just feel like,
Specifically, she had a bit of a lock
Glacia,
on
can you hear
Adolin.
us?
You want to project?
Yes.
Okay. There's almost instant response.
She was
Hello,
waiting.
guys.
Hi. Do you know who is in charge of the current area that we're in?
Define in charge.
Whose domain is
Who?
it?
Yeah.
Oh, well. What kind of level are we talking? Because obviously Asmodeus controls
Yes.
the entire hell.
If there was hallowed ground, theoretically,
That had to get
who would be
bypassed.
controlling the hallowedness?
Who could
in
override
terms
it
of
to-
Yes.
who has the ability to pass through that.
Yes.
Anybody above the Archdevil that is in control of the area.
But not
Do
the
you know who
Archdevil?
but not the
Oh, my
Archdevil.
apologies. Yes.
So
them
the
as well.
Archdevil, do you know who the Archdevil is
I
currently?
do.
Is it
you?
yourself?
It is not.
Oh.
Are you
I'm
above them?
significantly higher above.
Oh, that's good.
Is it
Could you let us
somebody
back
who
in?
likes to take the form of a cat with wings?
Oh dear, I'm not quite sure who you're thinking of.
Can I
It's a
insight
cat with
check
wings.
that?
Yeah, you can try and insight check a voice.
Thank you.
Advantage. I'm proficient.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I'm
Thank
actually not.
you. That is a 19. It is my passive.
Okay. You've no idea.
Okay. It's fine. I have my suspicions though.
Okay.
Can I get Lena to pass me the patch back?
Yeah, she does.
I also want to take this opportunity whilst the other guys are kind of conversing about stuff. I wanted to ask,
It'll take you a lot longer than a quick stitch.
Just stab into the breastplate.
Just
How-
like lick it and stick.
how...
Sorry.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask how comfortable people were alluding to the fact that maybe Mr. Matthews, not Dave, the other one, how he might have some people under him that are not to be trusted. Like, is that something that we should allude to, that he should be in the know of, or should we
I
just
think
completely
we had
bypass that?
told Garrin, but also the people that we knew were corrupt just seemed to be like taking bribes and were also actively helping in fighting off the demons and were trying to return
I don't know if that's all of them though, because like
from who we saw at least.
yeah, well we didn't see.
I think we did give Garrin the list, didn't we?
Yeah, we
So
did. So whether I suppose it's up to him what he does
Yeah,
with it.
we could really do with a chat with Garrin without the
Yeah.
observer in the room,
Mhm.
but that's not happening
Do
anytime
you
soon.
think I could recast telepathic bond and just be like, sorry?
Stick. It would take you 10 minutes, but yeah.
I know, but for real, like I could maybe recast it and just include him next time.
Okay.
Mhm.
So there's like a moment's pause while you're having this kind of like side conversation with Garcia. And like William and Garrin are sort of looking at you all a little expectant.
Oh.
So I think that anybody that's the Archdevil in control of this area or higher would be able to like override the Hallowed Ground effect.
But that's just a guess.
Which means
Based
it was
off of
in
past research.
it was in a powerful devil's interests to let us back in.
Over telepathic bond, I'll also say
Lassie,
like,
was it you that let us back in?
Now,
Well,
why would I want to do that?
Because you like us.
Because
I
you
do
like causing
like you
drama.
very much. And I do like drama. It's always way too much fun. And see, like Garrin and William are continuing the conversation over this.
What did they say?
I think Adolin tries to wrench himself back out
Utterly
again.
tuned
Somebody should be
out.
paying attention to what these two are saying.
You see that, but you see, Garrin starts like wrinkling and things like that, and like it's not good that there is a devil playing with this. If we don't have control over our wards, how are we supposed to be able to keep the devils at bay? If something is letting them in.
But surely it's telling that none have been permitted to teleport here sooner. It could be posited, I doubt it, but that maybe somebody wants you out of here as much as we want out of here. And they knew that we could facilitate that.
We were working under the impression that the wards were fine, that they were unable to breach the hallowed grounds. If they are able to breach the hallowed grounds, why have they not done so? Why are they waiting? What is the goal?
Like I say, it might be to get rid of us. Like, get us out of
I
Thingdom.
was going the complete opposite direction. They're enjoying killing everyone and want to drag it out as long as possible.
It's true, could be.
Lesser devils would.
But surely...
And they have been, I assume, in the last 2 weeks, taking over more and more of the city outside.
We've lost more and more ground and more people every day.
As much as this is harrowing information to have, it is better you have it now and be able to prepare accordingly than it is for you to have been remaining ignorant.
We have no way to protect against that.
Then I suppose it doesn't
Well,
change anything, does it? Other than
be on
cause a little
guard.
bit of extra dread.
Yeah.
Now, there is, weirdly, I would still say more important things. And we have another ally that has perhaps an information that's pertinent to us. Do you know the Knight Io? Has she been about?
I'm not familiar with this name. You see, this is William speaking. Sorry, I should
It's
clarify
okay.
that.
She's not a member of the Knights of Ash, but we
She is in
heard. I
Right.
think similar to Kyle. Kyle, she's been about, and nobody can put a pin in her.
Is she one of your light ravens, Garrin? And Garrin would shake his head.
We told Garrin about Io, right?
Yeah, guaranteed
Yes.
Io.
Mm-hmm.
Ursula certainly has as well.
And I think at this point as well, there'd be like a knock on the door. And William would call for them to come in, the captain would come in, and this like elderly cleric would shuffle in.
What's her name? Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Polly.
Oh, hello, my dear. Excuse me. And we'll like shuffle round your group and give a very squeaky bow to William.
very nice to meet you.
Needs to oil his joints.
And you'd see like William would like clasp his hand essentially and say, "Ah, yes, Siren. Yeah, it's good to have you. I need to speak to you about the wards."
Oh no, Siren's on the list.
Is he?
Yeah, Siren Ilias.
I need a bookmark on this list page
Yeah.
that I have.
My notes are shite, but apparently he's on the list.
Siren Ilias.
He's just been called Siren so far.
Yeah, that is on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
When Polly flags that up, I see if he notices Star Shatter or any of the instruments of light.
He's just sort of shuffled past you.
My list is a mess.
Can you read out the list to me? Sorry.
Sergeant Crassheart, Sergeant Major Magnus Whitfoot, Bitterhorn, Ranagu. And then sectioned off I've got Petalwood Mellow, Eowyn, Olanza. They're the Pearlmire officers. I think that these are the guys who were Llewellyn, Zunthasa, and Athos Lightskill. They were the dirty ones that were in Dusthelm, I believe. And then underneath I've got General Andrea Sudrak, who is missing, Zolani Fair, Siren Ilias, and Kyra Lithania.
I think you've mushed two lists together.
Oh no! What have I done?
So your list of folk that you've handed to Garrin.
Was it the first part?
No, it was a list that had like...
It's got
Helen.
Tezen on it.
Yeah.
Commander Helen.
Yeah.
Captain Lyra.
Oh wait, I found it. Yeah, it's higher up on my notes. My bad.
Yeah, Arva, Professor Klein, High Knight Gregwin,
Mm-hmm.
Hermont Greyblade,
Iagri.
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And then I am currently looking. Siren Ilias is a general of the Knights of Ash. So he's one of the members of the council.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe he was on that list. That list of traitors.
But he is, yeah. Maybe he was somebody
Okay,
who
I
was.
have. Is this right? I've got Tezen,
Yeah.
Commander Helen, Captain Lyra, Arbor Lightwielder, Professor Kleinverden.
Yeah.
High Knight Gregwin,
Yeah.
Herman Greyblade. What was that?
Iagri.
Clarendon. Iagri.
Deja vu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sergeant Krasic. Sergeant Major
Magnus
Whitford.
Whitford.
Bitterhorn, even Ammon
Ranagu.
Ranagu.
I think you've added lists of names of traitors there that you've added as you've come across
Yeah,
them.
they
Yes.
were
There's a
the
few
ones
there,
from
but yeah.
Dusthelm.
And then Night Petal Woodbell, Sergeant Eowyn, Olanza, Lieutenant Llewellyn, Zinbama, maybe, and Lieutenant Athos Lightscale. Right, is that right?
I'm not sure about the last.
I've got them as well. Again,
I just had
think,
a header that says Pearlmire and then those four names.
Okay.
I think that they're maybe they're the Pearlmire officers that we had we met in Dusthelm. I think that they were the dirty ones, but I can't remember
Or
for
in
sure.
Greyfall.
Mm-hmm.
That's what. I
Oh,
meant.
these
Some of them
are
were Greyfort officers, some were...
the last 8 are people from Greyfort and Pearlmire who signed up the
Oh, the bloody
paperwork
Kraken
from the
manifest.
Red
Yeah.
Kraken. That's who they are.
So Sire and Ilias should be on a list of people that you would know are members of the Council for the Knights of Ash.
Mhm.
Okay.
He
Oh
shouldn't
yeah,
be
and,
on the trace
Andrea
list.
was missing off of that list, I think, since
There's quite a number
Pearlmire.
of them, I think, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
bet
right.
the last 2 weeks, fucking
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah. So this guy, if he is General Sir Siren, he
He's not on the dirty list.
Yeah,
So
he
Sire
should
and
be alright.
Ilias, General
He's
Knights
all
of the
good.
Ash, and
He's
member of the High
chill.
Council. He's human. He is Paladin of Deer. He wears his symbol quite openly. Although he only wears robes. He's not wearing armor. He is old
oh, that's fuck.
and hunched and shuffling forward.
Okay, but we're pretty sure he's on the level.
So
He's not on your list.
He's not on the list.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
something.
But yeah, you see, William would clasp his hand and he'd say, "I need to talk to you about the wards."
Sir Simon,
Siren.
Siren,
Ilias.
Elias.
Illyris.
I'm sorry to say this, but it is CY.
It's Cyran.
Not anymore.
Iliris.
ILIRES.
Is.
He gets a correct
Nope.
surname.
No.
We don't have standardized spelling yet in this
The
universe.
Varro has to
Yeah,
have a
fucking
W, I guess.
But yes, you'd see William would clasp his hand, start speaking to him, and say, "We have some suggestion that the wards are not as impenetrable as we'd once hoped. Is there any investigations that you and your clerics can do into this?" And you'd see Siren be like, "Excuse me? In what way?
We're
sir?"
new. We just arrived.
Aye. We just teleported into the main atrium.
That's how.
Oh, you should not be able
Yes.
to do that. I see the problem, sir. Is this exactly what you wished me to investigate? And you see William do that. Yes, please, Simon, please. Okay. And you see he starts shuffling back out the room.
As he's slowly leaving, can I tell him the thing about the archdevils controlling the hallowness? I'll just shout it across the room.
He would stop and say, "What was that?"
I was positing the idea to them that the archdevil in control of this area, or anyone higher, could override the hallowedness of the wards and allow people to teleport in.
I suppose if we were considered part of their domain.
I love your old bad boy. So
Yes.
cute.
I need to be down here for
It's
it, not up here.
perfect, yeah.
We thought that because the hallowed ground was transferred from the material plane to here, it might still count as outside of their domain. Though we have
Their
had...
ground is underneath our ground.
It is, but we are only tangentially connected to it, young one.
Are they,
And, well, they...
I wonder if they're kind of
Cool.
solidifying the connection.
I wonder. And you can see, William is starting to...
Maybe the longer we've been here, the more we become part of this domain.
Yeah.
Well, they have anchored us pretty well,
Yeah.
so perhaps that is part of the problem. And also, as we've lost more and more ground, and you can see William just a bit, thank you.
Oh, it's like the
Society.
ratio.
Perhaps you could convene a council of the clerics and investigate this further and send a cleric with the summary of your results to me. Thank you. And he said, and you see Simon, what was that? Oh, yes. Of course, thank you. And he'd start shuffling up and muttering to himself.
He's my new favourite person. That's in character and out loud.
This guy's an 18th level paladin. He's a fucking kick ass.
He is old.
His class is old.
Nice.
That's his old man, and that's all you need to know. It's
Fuck
a
yeah.
fucking miracle he has survived approximately 2.5 weeks in hell.
What a story to tell the grandkids.
I know, right?
Great grandkids, how old is he?
Yeah.
Old.
Old.
By medieval human standards, he should have at least great grandkids.
Good for him.
Nice. I'd kind of try and get Garrin's attention across the room and
It would take a second. He's obviously vaguely avoiding looking at you all, but he would finally click across to you.
and I just kind of tilt my head off to the side a little bit as if to say a quick word, sir.
Yeah, you see, he does look to William,
Mm-hmm.
essentially for permission. You see William is that.
Yes, I have chosen my moment here.
you gently put his hand on William's back and say, "Sir, perhaps you should go lie down for a bit. I can debrief them and get you a report later." And you see William would be like, "Fuck yes, fine."
Yeah, I just don't want to deal with this.
They are here now. They are not leaving this fecking temple until I get that report and I make a decision. That's final. No more sending them off on crazy schemes.
This have this
Garrin.
effect on a lot of
Telepathic
people.
bond, and I'm just like, we can leave if we want to. It's fine.
Yeah.
You'd see Garrin be
We
like,
can
"Of
leave
course,
the collector's
my
palace
apologies."
and we
sir."
can leave this temple.
Yeah, for real.
And you'd see like Garrin would like bow to him as he starts to leave, and he would just he goes like down the middle of you all. He doesn't really think of that you won't part from him. There's that
I
level
don't
of
move.
like he has this air to him that is like earned authority. It's not arrogant. It's like he has led the Knights of Ash for long enough and well enough that he's just earned authority and respect at this point. So he does just kind of walk through you. You see, like
Salute as he
Belinda
goes.
obviously like clips her way back and like tries to put herself on like parade display a little bit.
She's like, my people.
A little, yeah.
That's
That she's
nice.
never really met, so she's really
Oh.
excited. And like Vara would bow as well.
Snap off a salute as he goes.
A salute. Okay.
Or whatever the appropriate.
A bow would be appropriate.
Yeah, bow.
Okay, and he would leave the room, and you'd see Garrin just like lean against the back wall and be like, "Right, whatever the hell you were not discussing with him."
We were far more open than I anticipated, so actually...
Yes, I'm also aware of that.
You should have anticipated that.
I am, really. I have to really
I've
declare
explained the full story to every single person
Why?
we have
Why?
met.
I do believe I told you not to do that when you set off on this, because I do not have express
That was
2
permission
weeks
to do
ago.
this.
That was 2 weeks ago.
You said it was 4 days
That
ago.
was 2 weeks ago.
See, like, Garrin is, like, there is a vein starting to pop in
I'm
his
going to cheer
forehead.
him up. We have all the artifacts.
Yes.
All 3?
Yes.
Draw a bit of Star Shower.
Okay.
Like,
He's looking around the rest of the
I
group.
just like
Cup.
flash the cup.
Great, okay. And you can see, like, Lena is, like, slowly stepping back a bit. And you can see, like, Alagarthus is sort of...
Yeah. Also, this is Varopolly's cousin, Belinda, his Pegasus, and Prince Alagarthus. He's from a country that none of us have heard of.
We think it might be on the bottom end of the cone.
Yeah.
Do you break news to people very often?
No.
So he looks between the 3 of them, quite deliberately trying to skip over Lena.
I explicitly did not mention that.
And be like, right, okay, welcome, I guess. Perhaps this is a conversation for just the 4 of us.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at Lena.
He's deliberately not.
But I am.
Okay. She's like, she started off like almost gazing at
Garrin?
thank you. And you've got quite high passive insight, don't you?
Yes.
Like 19.
It is quite obvious that she's not seen him in some time with
But
that
she
kind of
has seen him. We knew that.
We knew that.
but like as he's obviously ignoring her, she's just sort of stepping backwards and like keeping her head down.
I think that's very rude of him.
I'll tell the Prince and Lena and Belinda and Varo. Yeah, give us.
I think there's some parts of the story that are fine for everybody.
I think so. I think
For
everybody.
instance, like the last part
Yeah.
where we got Lena out of her arranged marriage is, I think.
I don't think it's relevant at all to what Garrin needs to know.
Yes, no, but I say it out
Is
loud
this
very
how we got
audibly.
it?
Yes, I'm like, I think that's not. It's fine information for everybody to be aware of.
See, like Garrin would be listening to you and sort of
I just want to see what's reaction.
awkwardly rubbing the back of his neck, and you see Lena sort of go. And
Actually,
look back down.
Does he
Yeah.
look happy? Does he look pleased to know?
He kind of just looks tired and exhausted.
I think there's other things
Yeah.
going on.
I want to know all of
everybody,
it.
everybody in the room is familiar with everything that we have been up to, and there's probably no point hiding anything from them.
Right.
So yes, we have the items. We have what we think are partial instructions on our ritual to charge the cup to return the city.
Ursho.
He's not in the room.
Is he not?
No, he went looking for the demonic cat.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
Did Ursho get Arva's body?
We hid it. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I would appreciate if you didn't tell William that.
Yes, for
We
the love
did.
of God, don't tell people that.
I
That's a hard line.
explicitly told you not to tell him about Arva.
Okay.
The fact that you went and technically murdered one of the high clerics of Torn, it's still technically murder, just because it's like the right thing to do.
Yes, Kai, if you keep talking to people and telling them the truth, you will get us arrested and literally thrown to the devils.
There isn't courts at the moment. If William sees you as a problem, he will have you executed. And, like, I'm fully aware of the fact that the lot of you will probably weasel your way out of that and bugger off and be fine, but that doesn't fucking help Pearlmire now, does it?
No, I suppose.
So, can we please try not to burn that bridge? I do
Yes.
need him on side. And I do not like having to lie to such an old friend.
We think we have everything we need.
Right.
We just need more charges.
What do you mean, charge it?
Like we say,
Can we not just use the cup again?
magic items.
It's run out of energy.
We need magic items, we need spells, and they are going to be irretrievable.
The
so-
cup was completely spent of all energy
Right.
jumping the city.
And we're probably going to completely spend it again to do this.
So, wait. What's... So
Arva stole a bunch of magic items. That's why
Yes.
so many have been going missing, so that she could use it to power the cup to come here.
right.
And she succeeded, and it is back to 0
So we need to charge the cup up.
Yes.
in order to even attempt the ritual.
Okay, so what was the sword and the trident for? You told me they were part of this.
They are
But Arva
the
didn't have those,
trifecta.
right?
I think
No.
We stumbled upon one, and we happened across the other one as well.
Arva substituted lots of other magic items as an energy source for the cup. The sword and the trident are related to it and can be used to power it in a different way.
we think by having all three together, we will need fewer things to charge the cup.
That's the hope.
Right. Okay.
But that being said, the last time somebody tried to do a ritual
Yeah.
involving all three, you might forget that we ever existed. Which, maybe from your perspective, would be kind of light.
I have bigger problems to deal with than that thought right now.
I think we could
See,
do
like,
with the
there's a
help
small
of
smirk on his face when you say that.
We could maybe do with getting the wizard nerds in here. Some arcane experts.
But you and them got along
No.
so well.
There's not many of them left.
Oh boy, yeah, they are really, really weak, aren't they? They're kind of
We tried to keep the outer walls of the city up for as long as we could to prevent mass invasion, but they have failed.
Okay.
Well, Lena's a wizard. She might be able to help.
Yeah.
I'm being sincere. That wasn't me being. Okay. I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. I understand you have history. That's your own to figure out. But right now, she's the reason that we got back in one piece. She's a useful ally, and she's more than proved herself. So, if she can help us with this, I think that, and we don't have many wizards left. Absolutely, we would use her.
I think we have. Trying swiftly to move the conversation on from Lena.
You see, like Garrin would flick to Lena at that point and say, "Thank you."
No.
And I am sorry about the armor, by the way.
But it served him very well. We did what we had to do.
I think we have everything we need. We're just not certain on how to use it.
We don't have everything we need. We don't have enough items. We just, I don't know if there's any, we're looking for, even if it's just silly little trinkets. Anything
Literally
that has a magical aura. If we could pile as many of those together, then we are close to being done. But what we have together isn't enough.
But we have the sword and the trident, which should count for a lot.
Do we want to
If not
smelt them
everything.
down? That seems absolutely like and
I don't think they get smelted down as part of this because they're.
we did the maths and
connected.
even like it doesn't seem like that those.
That's assuming
factored
these
in.
will work like other items, but they're
Because
connected.
they,
But
yeah, it's
the
happened
issue
before
was
and
that
they didn't.
we still need to charge it up to at least
Mm.
what was it like 30 in order for
Yeah, you've got 2 levels of charge. You've
Mm.
got 1 level to get the cup to like
actually
Normal.
it can function.
And then you
and
have
then
to
you've got overcharge.
Mm.
Yeah.
Overcharge is what Ava used to jump
Yeah.
the city.
Mm.
So we need to get it up to at least 30 for it to function like a regular thing.
Mm.
We know that it can let people hop dimensions just solo at a regular charge. It had to be overcharged to move an entire city, and we're
Mhm.
banking on the artifacts, like the Sword and Trident, being able to facilitate that too. But the only evidence of things happening between the 3 of them was it fucking up and getting the gods really pissed off. We already know that one god is against moving Pearlmire back, who is connected to one of these items. I wouldn't rely on the Trident to make this happen.
Then what? Then
Yeah.
why did we?
No.
Then why did we bother getting all 3 of them?
Because of Io. The Trident we
Yeah.
happened upon that
Trident
was
we had anyway. Yeah.
the sword we got
Not
because
including
of
the
Io.
trident and the sword, we're at 31 charges and we want to be at 60.
If we want to overcharge it, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
So
we
do
30
plan
hits
to
it to
do.
baseline.
we can get it back up to regular, but that would be sacrificing a kind of a lot on our end. So anything that you could contribute would make that less of a sacrifice.
Mhm.
Again,
So
shitty items are fine as long as they're magical. It would be a bump. We need 30 of them.
As long as they're not.
we have a
single use.
guaranteed way to get
Yeah.
the cup to sort of level 1.
Yep.
Mhm.
You have a theory about to get it to overcharge.
Mm.
We
Yes.
know how to Arva has done
Yeah,
that.
we
Yeah.
have all her notes.
It will like
But we're just not sure there are enough magic items in the city at this
Yeah.
There are
point
not
to do
many
that.
at this point.
right.
So we're pretty sure we can get it to regular charge.
We
Get
did.
Get somebody attuned to it. Get all 3 of them active and in the same place
Yeah.
at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And then something might happen. If you have anybody spare, by the way, in the city, and I know this is asking for more,
Currently, you are my spare.
Io the paladin may be important.
She is
Yes.
important.
Yes.
We don't need to
Hmm.
yeah.
And we should try and bring her here if possible.
On a positive note, we cast an augury spell yesterday to ask if we would be able to find all the necessary components to overcharge the cup,
Mhm.
and we got wheel. So
It's feasible here.
Mhm.
it is
We can't be
technically
It's feasible.
possible.
optimistic about
Right.
this.
Okay, so our god thinks we can do this. Okay.
Yes,
So
Mhm.
you're
I'm not sure which one.
my gosh,
Hmm.
maybe.
I
did the
believe
spell.
it was Sean.
Oh, it was me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Shantae thinks she can do
Shantae
it.
thinks-
Shantae is on our side.
She's chill as hell.
That's good. Yeah.
She's-
You know her? She's great, right?
I am aware of her domain, yes.
She's fab. She gave me some new beats. Look.
That's lovely.
Mhm.
You are a cleric of?
No.
Okay.
She's a tiny bit of a paladin.
I'm more of a pal than a paladin.
A galadin.
You are divine, so.
Yes, thank you so much.
Right.
If I might ask one more.
I like the idea he just has a drink.
Yeah.
Alright, enough.
One
Takes a
more.
hit flask out. Ah!
We've been back for 5 minutes. It's too much.
These have actually been the most peaceful 2 weeks of his life.
Adolin would quietly ask Garrin, if I could ask one more favour. I just need to see something for myself. Could you hold out a hand to
Oh.
He would look at you and
God.
say, I would prefer not.
shake? Some things changed.
He doesn't have a divine spark anymore.
And see,
He's
like,
shaking with his left arm.
No, it's just
Okay.
it's just
Yeah.
the angle we were sitting at.
yeah, he would like
Things
take his glove
happen a little
off
different
Yeah.
than
and like
Pearlmire.
extend his hand a bit gingerly.
And I'd kind of just reach out and kind of grasp his hand.
And see, like, he'd flinch slightly as you touch him, and then
Adolin just deflates fully in front of him.
Buddy.
Looks pitiful.
I give him a big hug.
are not divine.
He is divine, but in a different sense.
You're no longer a knight of Ash.
No, I mean, technically he's still a Knight of Ash. You can't take that away from him.
Yeah. He's got the patch and everything.
Yeah.
Or
He's
maybe
just
it's
sort of like vaguely stuck on the front of his
I
armor.
think right at that moment it just.
So funny.
And then they just burst into
Such a
tears.
beautiful visual. Oh my god.
We
That
really
was
are
so
playing.
And just sort of
like vague high fantasy, vague comedy campaign here, right?
That was really
And
good.
And he just kind of like threw like the occasional sob, just like, I've been rejected. The sword is not just not of Torm, it's explicitly anathema to them, and so my spirit guide has deemed I'm no longer not just not on the path, but fully rejected from it.
So you sort of take this whole like almost like half information dump, half like sobbing, like cry on my shoulder sort of
I
dump.
bet he's not a comfortable
In like
person around
silent,
crying people.
like steepled hands kind of thing.
Mhm.
I'm very sorry. I'm sure you can find some rest here while the rest of us complete the mission.
No, I'd like to keep busy. Let's
I do not wish to get you killed unnecessarily.
He's still good with a bow. Got a ring of spell story.
He did an incredible amount of work just to get us here. I think, yeah.
We just had a fight with some giant crows and did great. So
Yeah,
Suppose it's your life.
can fight without it. Now we should, if this room's not being used, set up a ritual circle. Start pouring some items out.
Someone got hurt. Was it Belinda? Can I give her?
Belinda's got mushed a little bit. As
I'm
has,
gonna give
And
her
Delagarthus, yeah.
Delagarthus,
I'll
A
give
short rest, sort of. Or
some berries and some. Oh no, I didn't prepare the berries last time, but I have a honeydew potion. I'll give that to.
would this have counted as a short rest?
No.
No.
I'll give it to Belinda.
Okay.
Okay.
So, think above the table a little bit. What do we think our next moves are? What are we wanting to do?
Do we want to get the cup up to
I think
standard?
Yeah, if we can have a little kind of pour about and see if we can find some other magic items, because like just because he says that there's not that many
Doesn't mean there's none.
Yeah, and it's not like people are going to be using like the eyes of minute seeing right now. Like like some things will be kicking about that they'll be like, yeah, this is here because there's fuck all we can do with it in this circumstance, you know. Maybe it'd be worth. I mean, Garrin might not know, but our show would probably, if Kyle's been around, if he's cropped up at all.
Kyle.
Over the course of, I think, one of the sendings, we heard that he had popped up and he was doing some stuff, but I can't remember if that was.
He is on mission for me.
Yeah.
Is he working another solution?
Yes.
If you have a way to get word to him, can you tell him to keep an eye out for the Night Io that we mentioned? We'll give you a brief description of her. The more people who are looking for her, I think she's gonna. She's
unlikely that she isn't in the main temple if she is in Pearlmire.
That's good. She's both very capable, but also Adolin seems to has passed along that she might be a little lost.
Lost.
Do we want to tell him about the? Okay.
Absolutely.
A little out of sorts.
Right.
Yeah, you know, this journey's been harrowing for everybody, and they're handling it in their own ways. So,
right.
She's one of those. But we met her in a prior mission, and she could be of use again.
Okay. So I'm trying to find a paladin named Io for you.
That would be
And
very
I'm
helpful.
trying to put the word out for collecting of magic items.
Yep.
Okay.
That would be great.
And we're going to try and charge the cup.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the hope.
And you want to do that after I put the word out?
I think we should do that immediately.
Yeah, I mean, just the more that we use our own, the more stuff we have sacrificed that might actually become of benefit, because we were pretty ruthless with what we threw at it.
Yeah.
And especially now, I'm thinking you're relying on your magic items a little bit more. I want to make sure that you're kitted out specifically, like going forward.
I'm good. I think the list we put together didn't involve anything I'm currently.
You took a
Yeah,
photo
it's
of it, didn't you?
nothing. Yeah, it's nothing super important.
Mm.
Do you
Okay.
want the whole list, or you
Can I have
can
a
just
look?
read it?
Thank you. Oh, so much stuff got scored out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything there that seems vaguely important is something that's a duplicate.
Yeah, and this. Oh yeah, it's there. That's cool then.
Mhm.
Okay.
So yeah, start the ritual to get the cup powered up. Which do we have?
And that's at
You're
31, so
missing
we
some
can take
spell
one thing out.
components,
Oh
but,
yeah,
Could we
Oh,
find
you're
them in the
cool.
temple?
That's right.
It's possible, yeah. Shantae certainly seemed to think you could.
Cool. Sure, we can just get Garrin to order a requisition of whatever we need.
Yeah.
Bits
I
and
think,
bobs.
Requisition order.
taking a flick back through Ava's book, I think you would know that you need some ruby dust
Mhm.
and things like that, which is probably not the easiest to get hold of in the middle of the city, in the middle of hell.
Mm.
However, it's probably not impossible. There's
Yeah.
just probably going to have to be a few clerical loops that have to be jumped through, admin loops that have to be jumped through.
Oh fuck that! Like seriously?
Probably the only place that hasn't been raided in Pearlmire for that kind of thing is going to be the main treasury.
Wow.
So it's probably after going to go through William.
You think of magic? I was wondering we just have a little nosy in there.
Hmm.
It's possible.
Pretty cool.
Could we go like? We could go have a look. I'm just saying.
I can certainly ask.
Yes, I don't think that there's any harm in a quick
Oh yeah.
check.
Oh, I don't think the three of us are getting anywhere near the main treasury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can ask.
Out of curiosity, how far down does Pearlmire? Is it the original Pearlmire? Just there were a lot of basement levels in the library. How much came with?
Did Miriam come with?
Yeah, that's my end question
Oh
here.
my god, yeah.
I have no idea.
Huh.
I believe the library is still with us, as in the basement levels of the library is still with us. A very large chunk of Pearlmire came with us.
Do you want to go see Miriam? Because the main
Possibly
line,
at some point. She did
the
have
library is part of the main
useful
temple complex, right?
information.
Yes, it's down the way.
If we could bring Io with us,
it's
it would probably go better.
Approximately 100 feet below
Mhm.
that we took with us.
She could be there already. That seems like a really good place to hide out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We could. Well, there's.
It's also one of the safer places you would think.
Yeah. If Miriam's spirit is still kicking around, we could get some people, some goons and clerks to set up the ritual circle in here. And while they're doing that, we scurry off to the library and check in with Miriam, ask about Io, see if anything's.
Where do you think is the most appropriate place to set up a ritual like this as well? Would the library be good a spot?
Wherever
It's
Garrin can
defendable.
find us a room, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wherever
any of
there's
the
space
conference
and
room.
is defendable.
Sorry, how destructive is this going to be?
I'm just going to check the whole
Flick through the journal. Does it say?
It will probably ruin the carpet.
Yeah. All the items melted in that underground
We
chamber.
saw the place that she set off the ritual
Yeah.
the first time, but also she had done like an entire ring around the city and was at one of those spots. So do we have to go to one of those spots specifically? Otherwise, we might.
That was
not.
for
Are
transporting
you
the
jumping
city.
the city, or are you trying to charge the cup?
I thought right now we were just
yes,
getting it
just
to
for
base
charging the
link.
cup. You're
Charging
absolutely
the
right.
cup
Yes.
is a much smaller thing. It will
Mm-hmm.
probably
Yeah,
ruin the floor because
Yeah.
we'll be
Hang
like
the two in my
carving things
Mhm.
into it. However, it is unlikely to destroy the room that it is
Yes.
in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Jumping the city, on the other hand, is going to probably destroy the central room as it did with Ava's,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it is probably going to wreck the city again as it jumps it because
Oh
the
boy.
city's already been shaken to pieces
Mhm.
and then undergone 2.5 weeks of devil bombardment. It's
Yes.
unlikely that many of the buildings are going to stay intact as it gets jumped back.
Okay, I mean, here is the question. If we can find a way of teleporting the people and not the city, would that be worth it?
Depends how much we think the city's going to be wrecked.
Just
Because
that
if
it-
there's nothing salvageable,
It meets
don't
the
want it.
criteria. It would
and
mean
if it's
that-
going to injure other people, because like we land and then buildings fall on them or something, that's also not what we want.
But it meets
What
the
you-
criteria of you kind of meeting the terms of your deal. We would keep Pearlmire here. If we could just move the people, then we kind of we've dealt with the goal that we are wanting. Sure, they are literally without house and home and they would have to rebuild from scratch, but they would be
Interesting
alive.
philosophical point.
Pearlmire would still be here.
Theseus's ship problem.
Yes. Is the
A full
town the
Ragnarok
people,
problem.
or is the town the buildings it's made of?
Hmm.
I would argue
We
it's the
have-
buildings, because people can move out and it's still the same town.
Thor had different things to say about this, but I like yours better.
We have a major problem with that. Is the only thing is that we cannot use teleportation or plane shift, which is why we are quite concerned as to how you got in. We have not been able to plane shift out.
I see.
Not even individuals.
Not even
Powerful
individuals
clerics.
currently, which would suggest that
How about-
something has domain control.
Could we try and move like a smaller portion of the town?
If you have something that could override domain control, could you open a gate?
Something that the cult may have been trying to do. Well, something that we know the cult was trying to do was give her a divine domain.
Over
True.
here.
And they
True,
brought
true,
Pearlmire
true.
here to sort of untether it from the
That
material
makes it
realm.
so
this isn't
sad.
Adolin. This isn't the.
This is in the Telepathic Bond,
Yes.
yeah. This is, we go through with the cult's plan.
That's
I think-
so sad. I don't want to do that.
You can see,
Well,
like, as
at
you
the
have
very
these
least,
internal
we can
talk to her.
conversations, Garrin is getting a little annoyed that it's quite obvious that you two, not you two, sorry, the whole group, like, suddenly stops having a conversation and just, like, starts flicking eyes between each other kind of thing, and he's getting a little annoyed because he can tell at this point that you are keeping things
I think
from
we
him.
should tell him.
I mean, I don't think that there's anything that he can do to stop
Yeah.
us, and also I don't
But
know
he
if
could
we have
help us.
motivation
True.
to do so. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
should we tell him?
Io.
Yeah.
The paladin, yes.
Yes. Are you familiar with Eofiel?
Yes, we've had this discussion.
Yes.
And you
We.
believe Io is some aspect of her.
Mhm.
Yes, we are almost very definitely sure that she is one of 3 fragments of her. The
But
physical
actually,
fragment, there's
might
also
now be
divine
2 of
and
3.
soul.
Yes.
Mhm.
The soul fragment is also here, and we believe the cult was trying to do some sort of ritual to make her into a divine being. If that were to be successful, the divine being would override the archdevil or
She
whoever.
was a divine being.
She
was
was?
an angel.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
Yes.
But she isn't currently, because she's been split up.
She was.
So the cult was trying to
Restore her.
Restore
her
And
to
re-manifest her.
Yes,
raise
but
her to
with
godhood and give her a divine domain.
very ill intentions. And
in Pearlmire.
yes.
in hell.
Yes.
If
Maybe
she-
Pearlmire could be moved
In
after
Avernus.
that.
One
Yeah.
of the most unstable planes.
It could, I guess, presumably be moved out of Avernus once she was established.
I think that there was a reason that they picked here. It was probably the easiest place to facilitate such a thing. They did it with very, very
Mm.
hard.
Avernus is one of the easiest planes to fracture because it fractures all the time and splinters off into other realms anyway.
If she did have domain here, it would solve the problem of teleportation. However,
She would be able to grant permission.
Yes.
I have some reservations about, raising her to. They were a very hard group of individuals. Maybe if it was done with better intentions by us, then she would, raise to godhood with.
So
I think at the very least we should ask her.
Yeah.
the physical, you said
The
paladin
physical
Io
We think
Yes.
we have 2/3 of her are here.
in
We don't.
Pearlmire.
We have a
Yes.
theory about where the other third is, but we
Yes.
don't know for sure.
So
So,
we think the
yes.
knight is the physical aspect. There's
Right.
a weird golden ghost thing
Right.
that is her soul. We
Okay.
think maybe her divine aspect is in this sword.
That's what we're pitching right now.
Okay, and you want to put all 3 back together,
Yes.
and you think 2 of them are like together now.
Maybe.
2 of
That's
them are
what
in
we're
the
look-
city.
We're looking
Close
for
together.
her.
You
So
talked to her
is
last
there
night.
even a choice about whether or not she is coming back at this point? Is she not
Well,
already?
You
We-
could. That would just be her soul and her physical aspect, not necessarily
We-
the divine component.
We don't know for sure that this is the divine component that we have here. It would make sense in my mind, but also it could be literally something that we've never encountered
Yeah.
before.
It would be a powerful divine source of energy or presence.
So there is the capacity
But we
to
don't know what
leave
it is.
her at 2/3 of herself. I have
think
some.
at that point, should we just be like a person?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
feel comfy
She's
with that
strong.
either. But again, like you
No.
say, it's worth asking her.
So
I feel like putting all 3 of her
It's
together
risky.
wouldn't
It's-
necessarily make her
it's
a god,
putting
but just
faith-
return her
it's
to
putting a
her
lot of trust.
previous.
treat in a creature that we don't fully understand.
We have
Yes.
never had an honest to goodness conversation with her. From all of the stories that we have heard, there's a real level of like empathy that can be offered to her, but Stories are just stories.
Mhm.
I don't know for sure. It could be like, surprise, she was one of the Crusaders and Torm was punishing her, and actually the story's got it twisted, and you know, like, we don't know for sure.
We might not have a choice because the devils might not let us go, and we'd need a being of similar power to allow us to leave.
So the cult was trying to get her to godhood to take the domain here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What if she
No.
says
Well, the domain was already to claim the domain. I understand.
Yes,
Yes.
claim Pearlmire in hell as her divine domain
Yeah.
and splinter it?
I guess.
Who's to say that she'll let us leave?
She seems nice.
Right.
That's why I'm saying we should talk to her.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's not her like full power. We can.
Because-
She doesn't
yeah.
actually know that we have a sword, as far as I'm aware. Obviously there might be
I
a
know
calling
you're
to it.
skeptical about divine beings. She's defied Torm in the past. It's what got her imprisoned.
But for frame of reference, we know somebody else who did nothing but honourable deeds and also apparently defied Torm and was punished for it. So
We're very pointedly not looking at Adolin right now.
I'm
Deflates
just saying that
Very
some
obviously
of the
looks at you.
some of the guidance of Torm has clearly been flawed, and maybe some of his own followers are not acting with the best of intentions.
I agree that we should follow cautiously down the first steps of your plan, talking to her
Mm-hmm.
and attempting to discern what her goals are. Because
Should we-
as you said, it was a cult in her name.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't her that was doing it. All we know of what she
Are
has
we
actually
certain
done.
of that? That she had no hand in setting this up? Because as far as I'm concerned, from the information you've just given me, she's the one coming out on top here.
We
Not only as she being partially put back together, you are now fairly
When-
convinced in putting her back together wholly
the
and
closest
potentially handing over domain of Pearlmire to her.
when the raiders were there stealing magic items, she was in the vicinity, but she was there to assist with the cleanup. That could have been convenient and sly, like monitoring of the situation.
Mm.
But when we offered her the symbol of Torm, the one that was being used in her honor, she respectfully declined to hold it, which
Mm-hmm.
it seems interesting to me, certainly, because surely it would just be more casual to be like, sure, yeah, I'll hold this thing, and
Varro told us that Arva was very
Garrin's
much
wave.
self-directed in this. It didn't sound like she was receiving guidance from Io herself as to any of this.
yeah, Tezin
Yes.
reported
Garrin
to
would turn
Arva.
to Varro and be
Arva.
we were certain of this. And Varro would say, she told me she never made contact. She told me that she tried so hard to make contact with Io and couldn't. We thought it... I think she thought it was just because she was splintered and she couldn't get her because she was splintered, but I'm
Maybe
not
she was splintered too, huh?
really sure. I think you read it in her notes that she was split.
Okay.
The soul part of her seems to have been locked away with no way to connect or communicate with the outside world in any way.
Can I clarify who you're talking to? Sorry.
Garrin.
Garrin.
Garrin. Okay, cool.
Garrin.
It was Varro that last spoke,
My
so
bad.
sorry. I think you're right. We should try and speak to Io, but I am hesitant to hand over control of the city simply to someone else. However, as you say, it probably can't be worse than the person that is currently in
It's
control.
true, yeah.
And it's not a decision we need to make right now. It may not need to be a decision we make at all, because you said, like, Kyle's off
We do have
working stuff out. This, hopefully, isn't our only
Love to know what
plan.
he's
We
doing.
have a fallback as well, because Glazia did imply that she was powerful enough as well.
Yes. Are we mentioning that we're friends with...
Is
she's
this out loud?
higher than an
No.
archdevil?
I do need a bit more clarification about what's out loud and what's over the telepathic bond.
Okay, my bad.
It's,
Mhm.
I
I
don't mind if you want to
quietly-
do it like that and like
I
Secret Services it,
quietly-
that's fine.
Quietly point out that technically Glazia did seem to imply
Mm-hmm.
that she could
Oh,
help.
she fully offered you a deal to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So like
Maybe
we
we don't
do
bring that
have
up quite
an
yet.
alternative, yes.
Mhm.
There are alternatives. I am certain that Kyle's doing fab work as well.
What is he doing?
Yeah, what is he chasing up? I think we've told you
Or is it
everything we
need
know
to
at this
know?
point.
It's more that I cannot have William knowing, and I would rather.
Oh, yeah, you leave the room. Joking.
There are many powerful beings on this plane.
Mm-hmm.
One of the less objectionable may be able to help us.
What's their name?
Who's less objectionable?
There are many higher devils that are vying to be Archdevil Adolin.
It'd be really funny if this is Glacia and she's just been playing us both.
No, she said she's higher than the Archdevil.
Okay, fair enough.
It is not a deal that I would make lightly, but if it got Pearlmire back perfectly, it may be our only option.
Maybe this is the time to mention Glacier.
Okay. We might have an in somewhere else, just so as you know. Like, think about
A third option.
a third option that's slightly superior to Kyle's in terms of ranking,
Right?
but similarly would
Would
it would
involve
be a deal.
an unfortunate deal.
A devil.
Yeah.
You know, I think that you'd hear like a trill of laughter across the telepathic bond.
You need to work on your boundaries, babe.
Oh, that wouldn't be fun, would it? Don't I even know what you're up to?
That's true. It's fine. It's kind of cute that you keep tabs.
Just worry. Just want to make
After
sure
all.
it's safe.
After all this, we should do brunch.
Oh my
Yes.
god, they do killer mimosas. There was a place that Kai and I tried. Oh, it was so long ago
That
now.
sounds wonderful. Adolin just like, ah!
Trying to blot it out. So yes, she's made contact, and we believe she's more powerful than
An Archdevil.
Yeah,
What-
you're just
whoever
talking
the
through this.
ruler of this domain, maybe.
Right. Okay.
And therefore more dangerous to strike a deal with.
Perhaps we could quietly ask what her terms would be.
Hey, Glacia.
Above the table, did we not find out that the terms were the instruments of light?
No, I don't
I
think that was
I
for
don't-
something
No, I don't
different.
think so.
What
No.
was that deal for?
I
She
think it
she
was
wanted
for
at least
helping-
one of them for like jumping you back.
Ah,
okay.
okay.
Because you didn't at the time have a way back.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it might be a fairly good time to call the session there. So we've got a lot to talk about out of game in
Oh
terms of
boy.
like what we want to do next, where the
Mhm.
party's going, who they want to talk to, and what they want to talk about, so I
A
can
session-
prep those
A session
conversations.
for Glacia to figure out exactly what her terms are.
Yes, dear God, as I go and reread the Devil's section.
Oh boy.
Cliffhanger ending as Io strides into the room.
Ah.
Dun dun dun!
She's back and she has 30 magic items.
She's like, ah, here have everything you need.
They are unfortunately all consumable.
Just to be annoying.
She's got 3 rings per finger.
Jesus.
But yes, I think we should conclude the session there. Give me a bit of time to prep for these next conversations.
Cool.
And give everybody a bit of time to strategize.
Oh boy.
So
Very well.
thank you for joining us on this
Woo.
Glasgow 2024 Twitch stream. Let's roll Hell and Highwater session 22 playthrough. And we hope that you will all join us on our next adventure. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my goodness.
Oh, right as we ended, somebody said, nice session.
Aww.
Thank you.
River Nightmare.
Thanks so much.
See you.